Hey guys, so today I have a full body workout using just a set of dumbbells. So grab your dumbbells, line them up, make sure that you do your warm up first. Want to make sure that you're nice and stretched out, ready to go. And remember, don't be afraid to lift heavy. You want this to be challenging so your heart rate's up, so that you need to catch your breath, but also don't forget your form. So form comes first and then the weight comes second. So let's get it going. We're gonna start with a squat to a push press, overhead shoulder press, if you will. Grabbing a set of weights. I'm gonna show you from the front and the side. So taking your feet about hip distance apart, bringing the weights up to shoulder height. Make sure your elbows are in. You don't want your elbows flaring out. This helps with stability. And we're gonna drive down through a squat, and then as you stand, you add that shoulder press, overhead press. So making sure that the elbows stay in, coming down and up, so that your biceps end near your ears. We're just gonna do 10 of these. Think power exploding on the way up, slow on the way down. So here we go. Drop, tucking the tailbone, squeezing the glutes at the top. That's 4. Second 5 on the side, here we go. Keeping that chin tucked. I'm gonna go one more here. Good, and breathe. That should get your heart rate up pretty quickly. So take a second, catch your breath. Whatever you need to do in between. Second thing, we're gonna go single leg deadlift. So you can also do this with a kettlebell, but since we got dumbbells today, grabbing a set, turning from the side, I'll show you sideways first. Taking the shoulders, pulling them down. This is just adding that weight. You're gonna fold over, soft bend, one leg. Find your balance first. Soft bend in that knee. Keeping the shoulders locked in, flat back. Squeezing on the way up. A little bend in that knee. Hinge, keep the opposite hip down. So the opposite hip might want to roll, pop up. Try to keep that hip down. Join the abs in tight. Feel the stretch of the hamstring and then squeeze it on the way up. So we're gonna go 8 here. 3 more on this side. One more. Good, and then we'll switch legs. So 8 on one side and 8 on the other. Show you straight on. Now my right leg, definitely more challenging than my left leg. My hip tends to pop out. So my range of motion is a little bit different on my right leg, and that's okay. So most of our bodies are uneven, unequal, whether it's stability, strength, whatever you're doing, you might notice one side is better, functions better, moves better, fires up better than the other, and that's totally normal. Leaning forward, trying to keep that left hip down, so my right hip wants to pop out. So think about hinging the hips up and back, really gripping the ground with the whole foot. We got 3 more here. Pulling the shoulder blades down. Good, so not letting the shoulders roll forward, keeping that back flat. Last one coming up. You can always support with the opposite toe. So, just going back to show you a modification real quick. You can take the opposite toe back, soft bend in the working leg to build up to that progression. So totally fine to start there. Kind of like a kickstand, it gives you a little support. I do that with my right side because that's the one that has trouble moving. So dropping that left toe back for a little support, making sure I'm shifting the hips back. That is always a great modification. So 8 each side on those deadlifts. Third thing up, you got a sumo squat. So don't be afraid to go heavy. In 2 ways you can hold on to the weight. You can hold it here in front of you. I like to hold it kind of like a goblet squat, or I'm sorry, goblet hold. So here we go. Toes are gonna be nice and wide. Feet are wide, toes are out. You're gonna send those hips back. and drive up. So we can turn this into a tempo. So 4 counts down, holding for 2, driving it for 4. Good, you can go more for power, really drive and squeeze if you want to add even more weight. Options here. So we're going to go 10. Making sure the shoulders are not rounding forward. Toes wide, sitting straight down, driving straight up. Super common in a sumo squat to see your knees roll forward, so try to keep those knees open. Squeezing into the glutes. 3 more. Good. Pull the shoulders back as well. Last one. Maybe hold, pulse it on the last one for 10. 8, getting those inner thighs. 6 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Now, coming onto the floor, we're going to go a little bit lighter weight. So we're going to do leg lifts with a donkey kick. So I'm going to go 5. You can go maybe 5, 8 pounds, maybe no weight at all. That's totally fine as well. I'm going to come into a tabletop position. You're going to bring the weight right behind your knee. So kind of grab that weight with the leg, and we're going to go straight up, down, straight up. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Straight on, lifting up, lowering down, and then that donkey kick to the side. Super common. People think that they want to bring the leg as high as they can. That is not necessarily the goal. If I do that, my back arches. So the goal is to keep the spine neutral, the abs pulled in, the shoulders pulled down. Everything is braced through your trunk and your core. And we're going to go 8 each side. So here we go. Lift, squeeze, lower, side. That's 1, 2, and again, you can go for tempo, you can slow it down here. 4, that's 6, give me 2 more. Good, and then switch. So showing you straight on with my left side. Again, shoulders stacked right over the wrists, shoulders pulled down the back, ribs are closed, abs are on, starting with the lift behind, without arching, side. That's 1, 2, so a little hip opener action as well. 3, 4, again, really draw the abs in when you take that foot behind you. That's 6, 2 more. Last one, and release. Nice work. All right, starting to sweat already. Hopefully you are too, especially if you did a nice long warm up. Bird, dog, tricep, kickback. So moving from lower body to a little bit upper body now. So bird, dog, tricep, kickbacks, moderate weight. You're gonna come into a tabletop again. Now I'm gonna show you 2 steps here. So first step is to bring just one weight into one hand, pulling the elbow up without rotating open. So keeping those shoulders square to the floor. And you're gonna kick that arm back and then squeeze it in. Squeeze it up, bring it in. Now, make sure you've got that down first before you try the bird dog extension. So bird dog means one foot is lifted, so the opposite leg lifted than the arm that you're working. So a little bit more stabilization, a little bit more core work. So kick it up. We're going to go 10 each side. Squeeze on top, hold it for a second, and then lower. 3, 4, 5. Really working in the core. 9, 10, and switch. So right here, again, right leg up, left elbow in, right shoulders pulled down, spine is long, looking down and out. Squeeze it at the top. Squeezing into the back of the arm. Hold for a second. 8, 9, 10. So really important that you're also squeezing the glute of the leg that's lifted. So that will help with stabilization. So if you feel a little bit wobbly, re-engage your glutes, re-engage the core. All right, chest press in a glute bridge position. So Another set of dumbbells here. We're gonna come into a glute bridge. You can skip the glute bridge if you'd like, but try to work the entire body. So getting as much as we can when we can. Your elbows are not here for a chest press. They're down and out, so about 45 degrees. Pull your shoulders down your back. Tuck the tailbone under. From here, lift the hips, keeping a nice solid core, and then we add that chest press. So we're gonna go 12. So pushing up over the sternum, elbows down and out to the side, 45 degrees. 2. Bringing those weights together, tap. 3, 4, 5. Re-engage the glutes now. I know you start to lose the legs and the butt when you're focusing on the arms. We want to focus on the entire body right here. That's 8. We got 4 more. 9, 10, 11, and 12. So something really common that I see with chest press or shoulder press, or chest press or chest fly, is that people tend to go heavier on the weight and they feel like they have to lift their shoulder up. It's really important that your shoulder stays locked down and you're actually using the lats to pull the shoulder down. So even though you're pushing your arm up, you're actually working your lats as well if you keep them pulled down. So you don't want to be here, right? You want to be locked in, pushing up, and this is pulling down at the same time, all right? So you can apply that to any chest press, chest fly, even if you're using a barbell, chest press, same rules apply there. That is your chest press with a glute bridge. Moving on to Zottman curls. Zottman curls. So we are going to take, we'll start with 15. We'll see how it goes. So Zottman curls, you're going to start in a standing position. Find that solid base. Turning your palms up. So you're going to turn them up, curl, and then turn your palms out and slowly lower down. So again, palms up, elbows in, curl, palms out, slowly lower down. Really important here that you're not swinging the weight, right? So keeping that elbow still, curl, turn, lower. Keep the shoulders down, curl, and lower. We're gonna go 12 here, 12 here. So curl. If you find yourself really swinging the weight, you might want to drop down just a little bit in the weight because that means you're using your body in momentum versus actually targeting the biceps. Good. Curl, palms out, slowly lower, flip it up, curl, palms out, slowly lower. Let's go 2 more. So 12 here, last one, and slowly lower. Nice work. All right, drop those. We're gonna come back to the floor here. We're actually gonna do, no, I lied. Let's stand back up. I'm gonna add in a row, bent over row. So we're gonna add that in, getting our upper body work completely. Little bend in the knees, feet about hip distance, slight hinge forward, reaching those arms out, rowing, squeezing those shoulder blades up. 2. Just think about bringing the bottom of the weight to your hip bone. We're gonna go 12 here, that's 7, 8, and focusing on the exhale as you squeeze now. Really important, you're not getting into your neck and your traps. If it's too heavy, make sure your shoulder blades are pulled down and then rowing. You're not gripping up with those shoulders. All right, so that is our upper body sequence. Now we take it to our core work. So now we're on the floor. We got some Turkish sit-ups. So moderate set of weights. I'm gonna start with 10 pounds. You're gonna bring those feet straight out. You're gonna lay back with your arms straight overhead. So let me turn sideways for you. Laying back, arms straight overhead. Turn your palms in, and you're gonna do a sit-up and reach your hands straight up over your shoulders towards the ceiling, not towards your feet. So lift up, that's one. Slowly lower. 2. Inhale. Exhale on the way up, that's 3. We're going to go 12 here. When you come up, that bicep is right near the ear. 6 more. 3 more. Exhale on the way up, really push the air out. 2, last one, and breathe. Now, if you're coming up and your feet are lifting off the ground, it could be because the weight is too heavy. Drop your weight, start with that weight. You can do it with just those arms up, trying to drive the heels into the ground. So try not to let your legs lift up as you try to sit up. All right, second core work here is an oblique crunch. So you're gonna come to your side, your elbow, you're on your hip. You can bring that arm out. Opposite arm comes overhead, and we're gonna crunch right into those obliques. Now, you can also stay on your elbow and take it here. But if you want a little bit more, extend that arm out, crunch it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going 12. 5, 6, 7, exhale out. 9, 10, push the air out on the way up, and switch it out. Opposite side here. Another thing you could do is add a light weight, add that crunch. 1, 2, I'm gonna not because I didn't do it on the other side, but you could. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11, and 12. Now, if you need to bend the knees a little bit, bend the knees, but again, you don't want to be in a straight line. You want to be in a slight pike position. So those feet are a little bit in front of you, really getting into the oblique. Think about the area between your bottom rib and your hip bone. So you're squeezing that as you lift and crunch. So 12 each side. Last thing, then we're done. Then you're going to do it at least once, if not 2 more rounds, shoulder tap. So, coming into a high plank or modifying on the knees. So here's the knees, modification, this is perfect. Otherwise, you're in a high plank on the toes, pull the shoulders down, take those feet a little bit wider than normal, and without shifting and wiggling the hips, we're gonna tap. Opposite hand, opposite shoulder. 15 each side. So a total of 30, that's 5, 6, 9, 10, turning to the front so you can see me. Last 5 right here. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Nice work. Sit back into a child's pose. Stretch those arms out. Really important to take a good 2-minute break before you reset, start the second round. At any time, take breaks throughout this, especially after that first move. That squat to push press, we're looking for power there, not necessarily speed, but power, really explosive on the way up. So that is your full body dumbbell workout. Do that 2, if not 3 times. Let me know how you feel.